Well, welcome, Jasper Hall. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Ralph. Great to be here.
Hey, Jasper, you are with Pure Hope. I love the name of your organization. What is Pure Hope?
Wow, so great for asking. Pure Hope is an organization focused on the vision being a world free of sexual brokenness. And I
Wow.
love the way you said, I love the name because the name really is part of the story. The word pure we use as an acronym, and we'll talk about that a little bit, but it's called Pray, Understand, Resolve, and Engage. And the issue is hope is not something you can give because it's been given to you. It's something that you can pray into, you can offer to others through Jesus and Jesus alone. And that's what Pure Hope's about, is equipping you to pursue purity through relationship with Jesus.
That's amazing. And you are the president of this organization, and I have had the pleasure of serving beside you guys on a couple of occasions. Very, very well run organization. What's it like to be the president of an organization like
Well, first of all, when you say that, it feels very lofty, like it feels way too important to be me.
that?
But I will say that the journey, so it'll be 5 years for me in October, and I started as a board member, became a board chairman, and then stepped into the leadership role. And it's been really neat because it's just taking the principles and values that I held dear already previously in my vocational career and just as my wiring of leading by example, taking the message, understanding clearly what it means from a vision, mission, strategy perspective, and trying to embody that really in a way where people want to get on board, both as a team to share the message, but also as followers to say, man, I want to be a part of that.
That's neat. And one of the things we talk about here at Leadership Drip are attributes of a leader. And it's really been interesting, to be honest with you, to hear all of you talking about what attributes are. To you, what are the attributes of a leader?
Well, similarly to what I was just sharing, for me, you've got to start with that aspect of honesty, integrity. Those kind of go hand in hand. For me, from a wiring perspective, I lead very empathetically to understand always what's going on, both with the individual and the organization and how they mesh, whether it's an organization or just anything topically based. And then I think one thing that's really good where we are today contextually is adaptability, right? Ability to adjust, adapt, change course. And another thing for me from a style, personal perspective is humility. I like to lead as that servant type leader. Because there's so many great values out there and many people lead from different places, but I like to be that one that's embodying who we say we are, what we say we do, and then corralling the troops to say, let's go together.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that a lot. The empathy, the servant leadership. It's really been amazing. I know last year I attended the Queen City Leaders Summit when Frank Harrison, the CEO of Coca-Cola, spoke, and he talked about going from command and control to servant leadership. And that is the big shift that I'm seeing, and that's what I see in what you're doing. One of the things I always like to ask to leaders that I admire is what inspires you? Like what gives you your inspiration as a leader?
Well, I think for me, again, you see a lot of great leadership styles out there. There's always lots of tools and resources and things that you can go to. But I think for me, it's this idea that I can't give what I don't have. So where I get inspired is there's so many great pieces out there and there's so much data now. I like to go and grab nuggets from lots of different places. I like to really understand, okay, this person leads well when it comes to people management. This person leads well when it comes to data management. I come from an IT background, so that's an important piece for me. This person really handles big vision, big picture. But he also recognizes, or she also recognizes, that I've got to have great people that could be in the day-to-day, in the details, in the business, or in the organization. So for me, it's finding those aspects of different pieces that everyone shares and saying, this is what I bring into my picture. And then I try to lead as a servant, assessing where I am, assessing my people, where the skill sets, giftings are, and then move the organization forward and move the business forward based on what we have, while also assessing where the gaps are, how do we plan and think about the future and fill gaps, et cetera.
And just because of time, sadly, we don't have a lot of it here. But for the final question, what I would love to ask you, and I know these are hard questions as you are introspective about it, but if you looked back 20 years ago and you look at where you are now, from a leadership perspective, what would you tell your 20-year ago self about leadership to help you prepare for what you're doing right now?
Find mentors early, people that you trust, that you value. Don't be afraid to take risk. Go big or stay home, because we're in this game for a lifetime, and God has honored and blessed us in such a way that if we're going to impact the kingdom for good, we've got to go big.
I love that. I heard three great things there: mentor, take risks, and go big. And I got to tell you, I've got chills because that is so powerful as a leader. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Jasper, thanks so much for your time. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I know how powerful what you're doing is and just how much it is needed. And for you to take the time to chat with us today is just so appreciative.
Well, Ralph, I'm truly honored. I really appreciate and value you, brother, and I thank God for what He's doing in your life. And I'm excited to be able to share in that and be a part of this.